Thomas and the trucks. Thomas the tank engine wouldn't stop being a nuisance. Night after night he kept the other engines awake. "I'm tired of pushing coaches," he said. "I want to see the world." The other engines didn't take much notice, for Thomas was a little engine with a long tongue. But one night Edward came to the shed. He was a kind little engine, and he felt sorry for Thomas. "I got some trucks to take home tomorrow," he told Thomas. "If you take them instead of me," he said, "I'll push coaches in the yard." "Thank you," said Thomas, "that will be nice." So the next morning Edward and Thomas asked their drivers, and when they agreed, Thomas ran off happily to find trucks. Now trucks are silly and noisy. They talk a lot and they don't attend to what they are doing. And I'm sorry to say that they play tricks on an engine who was not used to them. Edward warned Thomas to be careful, but Thomas was too excited to listen. When the signal dropped, Thomas was ready. "Peep, peep," he whistled and started off. But the trucks weren't ready. "Oh, oh, oh," they screamed. "Wait, Thomas, wait." But Thomas wouldn't wait. Come along," he puffed. The trucks grumbled slowly out of the siding onto the main line. All right, don't fuss, they muttered. Thomas began to go faster and faster. He whistled peep, peep, and was feeling very proud of himself, but the trucks were getting very cross. At last Thomas slowed down as he came to Gordon's Hill. "Steady now, steady," warned the driver as they reached the top. He shut off steam and began to put on the brakes. We're stopping," called Thomas. "No," answered the trucks, bumping into each other. Go on," they cried. And before the driver could stop them, they had pushed Thomas down the hill and were rattling and laughing behind him. Poor Thomas tried hard to stop them from making him go too fast. Stop pushing," he hissed, but the trucks took no notice. Go on," they giggled in their silly way. Thomas was travelling far too fast, and at any moment he would reach the next station. "There it is," he whistled. "Oh dear, what shall I do?" They rattled straight through and swerved into the goods yard. Thomas shut his eyes. "I must stop," he cried. When he opened his eyes, he saw that he had stopped just in front of the buffers. And there, watching him, was the Fat Controller. "What are you doing here, Thomas?" he asked. "I've brought Edward's trucks," Thomas answered. "Why did you come so fast?" said the Fat Controller. "I didn't mean to. I was pushed," said Thomas sadly. "You've got a lot to learn about trucks, little Thomas. There are silly things and must be kept in their place," said the Fat Controller, smiling. "After pushing them about here for a few weeks, you'll know almost as much about them as Edward. Then you'll be a really useful engine."